and enjoy the
Oh
game.
shit.
All right,
Super Sin the mainframe.
Catch back up with you, Bahamut, after game number 1. Grubby, I'll ask you as we go into this one. Who do you think won the draft? Like, is there a clear winner,
Ideally,
or do
you
think
can
it's
hear
gonna kinda
both
come down
me
to
and the
in-game decisions a
casters.
little
That's
bit
the
more?
perfect world.
Joa, I think it's looking. First of all,
How often do
I
they
agree
scrim?
with,
I
a lot
think
of
they
what
scrim about
Bahamut
maybe
was
3 times a
saying.
week or so.
Really cool draft.
think.
Diablo Medivh have insane reach. Not even death can save you from Diablo here. On the other hand, from the Sidestep Kings, we have such an amazing draft with full mobility.
Just looking at drafts, I would say this is
3 of them have
a containment disc game,
The
yeah.
others, they have,
Cage is not that good
really
against
high
my
mobility,
F.
which
Portal is just
amazing to
or
get away
Medivh.
from the
Portal, you can
or
portal out of
what
Cage
Bahamut
really
said,
easily.
to dive
Like if the
beyond
Medivh player has
portal
any
to
brain, he'll
the
just
other
save Portal
side
for
of the
your
portal and
Cage
try
every
to get
time.
targets that we're trying to get away. Super cool draft for
Containment
both
disc
players.
is also extremely
Teams.
good against D.Va.
Exactly. So as we get started, let's go through the rosters as they kind of mix it up a little bit, just so people know. We have KZN on the Stukov on the Simplicity side, Cure on the D.Va, Hosty on the Medivh. Follow. Oh, never mind. We got action going ready. Who cares? We'll figure out the rosters later on.
We'll get there in game number 2. These players are all awesome, and we'll call them out.
I know people like that, but we didn't have time this time.
Too many thoughts I shared at the pre-phase. So the wave rotation won for now by Sidestep Kings, which means they have a 4 versus 3 at the bottom here. They're gonna go hard on Wit, but Hosty saves him for now. As Ultralisk contemplates diving in and decides not to. Again,
the
wave
ETC
won by
Maiev
Sidestep
team
Kings,
definitely.
which
So
gives
that
them
makes sense why they
priority
banned
to set
Joa, right?
traps
You have like
to
ETC Maiev, you
disrupt,
wanna be killing
people that
things.
are trying to come up and
If
to
the
clear
enemy team
way
has Joa, you
faster
can't kill
again.
shit.
Indeed. I admit, I lost track of the observer view. How do I get back to that?
Spam O and C, and if that doesn't work, sometimes left click with your mouse
Accepting.
until you see Maiev right now.
I think I got it. All right.
Okay,
I'm a noob. I'm a noob. See, I'm not used to actually being in game observing things.
Well,
You are only in
doesn't
Diamond.
make it a lot
Wondering if
easier
you have
because there's
actually
no Hosty
experience.
showing
Seems
anything,
you don't
but the
play
action
much.
picks up again. They're going hard on
You caught me,
Ultralisk.
Roku. You caught me,
Ultralisk
man.
ultimate.
How did you
Get
know?
out.
It's Wit that's taking a lot of damage on the Diablo. He has to get out. Manages to jump through the portal just in time.
Well, so far so good.
Sidestep
Looks like we're
Kings,
completely
to their
controlling
own
early game here.
devices.
This
Do you
is
think they can maybe muscle their way into
very good
that
so
Impaler
far.
Camp? It doesn't seem like it.
Up
But
one
there's a lot
camp
of
as
low
well.
HP, actually.
Yeah, it's risky right now. To go for the Impaler camp at this moment is risky. They're trying to trying to get away.
Oh,
and
almost.
we
Because
have, Stukov popping his
Medivh
through
Diablo is
just
not
in
that
time
strong
to
early game.
save Wit.
But Diablo
He
in
has the
particular is
Hearthstone
really
out.
garbage early
Sidestep
game.
Kings now
So
has the freedom to go
controlling
anywhere they
early
want.
game
They
here is
lost
very
a
important.
little bit of experience on the bottom lane.
when you have
in order to
heroes
disrupt
like
that Impaler camp. And
ETC
Simplicity
Maiev, these are very
begins
strong
with
heroes
just
early game.
Vala and Stukov. Diablo isn't here yet. But Sidestep Kings, they're not invading. They're going for their own south camp.
Alright, chat.
Ultimate is
Alright, I see
crashing
you
against
copy
the gate.
pasting.
Diablo has to stoke it. He reveals himself, which means Sidestep Kings knows they're safe.
Yep, they do secure that bottom and
2 camp advantage now? Nah, still 1 camp
pressure on
advantage.
as the,
Yeah, still
we get
good. So
closer to
far.
that first shrine, that first
Everything looks
Infernal
pretty good.
getting popped here. We'll see. Just in about 30 seconds, as you can see.
30 seconds, which gives everyone time to take the Fallen Shaman camp, the Bruiser. You want to have that march down with about, I don't know, 8 to 12 seconds left on the objective timer. That is going to create the perfect dilemma. Do we
What's up,
stop
HOTS
the
player?
Bruiser,
You know
or
it.
do we fight for the objective? You can't really do both.
This
There
is
they
your
go with
second
the
viewing.
8 second camp,
For this game, it's
perfectly
my
timed
first.
by both teams.
Yep, exactly. So a little bit more action in the mid lane as the shrine gets ready to lock. There's a face melt from Cattle, just trying to separate Diablo from the
That's a good good Maiev combo there.
Wit gonna take that
Back
one
end
right
of the
back in
portal.
again. But man, so much low health on Simplicity already. Noah barely survives, but they lose.
Hey, how did Hyde
their
die?
lead anyway, and that's gonna give Sidestep.
Did you get
Wit
EQ'd?
gonna take that one right back in again. But man,
Eat.
so much low health.
Aw, that's
Simplicity
unfortunate.
Already. Noah barely survives.
I'm gonna call that
Their
that's
Medivh
pink.
anyway,
I feel
and
like
that's
that's
gonna
pink.
give Sidestep
He was
plenty
backing
of
off,
time
but it
to
was
secure
still
this
in
first
range.
immortal.
But you could see he was backing up.
KZN
If he was
Noah
backing
gonna
up
be a little
like
bit annoying
0.1
because
second
Secure's
faster
showing
there,
up
he
as
would
well.
have been
That
fine.
Diva can, of course, help quite a bit. Oh, nice throw into Cattle. He's gonna be able to slide out though. Self-destruct.
Small Giga.
So bit. I can't believe Cattle escaped sub 100 HP.
77 HP he got away from the Diva mech and the Diva guns. And of course, their healer is there.
He's an
right?
Orc owner.
Lucian is
How can you not
here,
watch
but
your
that
team
was a
live?
worthy trade
You think
because
Reynad
Medivh's
watched every one of our
stacks
games
were
live?
reset. They're gonna
Big
take
Temple
that
Storm has like
any
7
day of the
teams in
week.
7
Diva
different
now
games. You
jumping
think he
in,
watched every one of
purifying
them live?
cost Disruption. They go in on.
You can't watch
Wolves at
everything live,
ETC.
man.
Cattle.
You can't watch everything
What?
live.
Cattle somehow survives yet again, but he's not going to be able to really be part of holding on to this shrine. I've been doing a
That's
pretty
true,
good
I
job
do
of
have one
keeping
team.
people at bay, and it is really close.
I got
Mid-30s
2 other
both
jobs
teams
though,
right
okay?
now.
I'm a 3-man job.
Down to the
I'm a 3-job
38 for both
person
teams.
kind of guy.
39.
Who got it? I didn't even see who got it in the end.
Wait, no way. Was it a 39-39 again?
This one's
Hold
gonna
on.
come down to the wire again.
Oh my god.
38 for both teams.
39.
Wow.
Who got it? I
Okay,
didn't see
well.
who got it in the end.
No wonder we like Inferno Shrines, dude. We're just blessed by the Inferno Shrine gods. Holy.
Oh my god, the closest
39-39
contest
again.
39 versus 40.
That is as close as it gets. 39 to 40, 38 to 40.
2 jobs?
something
Well,
like that. But the
Twitch
Arcane
and
Punisher managed to
YouTube.
come in and now they can put
You
a
think those are
lot
easy,
of
man? You
pressure
think
on
it's
this
easy to
middle
do
lane.
all that?
You
You
know
try
what's
doing
crazy
it then.
about this, though,
It
is
ain't
they
easy.
Get that Punisher, they have
Takes
the
hella
Sylvanas
time.
Black Arrow push, and they get a gate from it. You know, they don't get a fort. But twice there, Caterpillar, I thought he was red meat, and
Ah,
he just got
323.
away with like sub 100
Pierce
lives
Piss, 323.
twice. Went back in there like a bull.
Do you edit your
And a
clips?
little bit
No,
of,
I have a editor for
technical
the edited
situation.
ones,
Someone
but
is lagging,
I do like
same
90% of my
collusion.
YouTube.
So
Like I do the cut
as
and
we pause
paste
this, let's take
videos, which
stock
are
of
like
the situation.
95% of the ones that
Yeah.
are on
We'll
YouTube.
see what happens as we
And the
try to figure out if
thumbnails and the
latency gets solved pretty
descriptions
quick here.
and the
Hopefully we
moving
get back
them
into the
from
game
Twitch to
ASAP.
YouTube and the cutting and the
And a quick look
titles
at the
and
builds
the
here.
comments.
See if anything is out of the
Takes time.
ordinary. ETC went with Prog Rock. He went to try to heal his team up. Looks like actually the teams are just about ready. Vala went for multi-shot build. And Diablo went for the flame build.
What's up, Nemo? Doing analysis
The
tonight? Yeah, we'll be
Firestorm.
watching the games.
Yep, exactly. Is any of that, as someone who's still kind of picking up on all this stuff, is
How
any
do you
of
get
that
an S
totally
tier
out of the
work ethic
ordinary?
like you?
I
I don't
don't
know.
see anything out
I
of
had
the
really
ordinary
Asian parents.
yet.
I guess it was
We
just
see that,
ingrained into me.
Yeah, nothing really. Arcane Explosion, Raven Familiar.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Leoric's build was buffed for Leoric
Yeah.
has to
How
do
long
the
is this
And
pause
so
gonna
I'm sure
last?
we're going to
Alright.
see a little bit different roster setups than we saw during the Icebreaker tournament. But Sidestep Kings, just to kind of catch everybody up, the team able to put the pressure on a little bit early on, getting that first Infernal. And now it's time to push the bot lane. The gate, a little bit low. Ooh, Ultralisk. It's okay, but you know that Diablo wants to get in there. But it's
Yeah,
all
and
about kind of reclaiming the siege camps now as they start to come back up again.
Let's see if they're gonna fight for this. Positionally, it's a 4 versus 4.
No Bronze Jam
Medivh
today? No,
showing
we'll be doing it
everyone's
after
position,
this.
So sneaking up on
We're
Simplicity
watching 4
is
games.
difficult.
It'll take like
Yeah.
an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It's not gonna take like
Battle.
6 hours.
Ooh, okay, so OC tries to put some pressure onto Ultralisk, who has to back off again
Ooh,
already.
Monka
Ooh, not
good.
quite fast enough. as
Monka
it cooking
good.
in.
They're
Might
scaling.
drop fast. Meanwhile, Noah himself has to back away.
Yeah,
How did that happen? How did he die so
sneaking up
easily?
on Simplicity is
Was healed down?
Yep.
Only got 2
Battle.
instead of 4.
Ooh,
Kind of
okay, so
unfortunate. No.
OC
Heal's
tries to
going
put some
right
pressure
now.
onto Ultralisk, who has to back off
Eh,
again
just
already.
good-
Ooh, not
good
quite
silence
fast
and
enough
focus
as
fire
they
from
came
the other
in.
team,
That
I
might have
suppose.
dropped fast. Meanwhile, Noah himself has to back away.
Yeah, nice shot by Noah there. He saw that Maiev was getting away after she went for the kind of greedy, the greedy chain. He managed to finish off Maiev with his everything basically. Multi-shot, Hungering Arrow. He was fully stacked on Hatred, so multi-shot did the biggest burst it could. Nearly went down to Ultralisk Sylvanas target fire, but we finally had Hosty pulling through once again with the
No
Force of Will.
busters. No
Yeah,
busters.
Heroics
Super.
being picked up by both teams right now. Massive shove ended up getting picked by our Stukov here. So
Lightning
going for
Breath.
isolation like a collusion probably once right now. Lightning breath, as you mentioned for Diablo, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how much lightning breath is happening. I guess it's really because
Ah, we did kill Cage.
Apocalypse gets countered by Gladiator's
Ultralisk
Medallion.
is probably more used to playing
So
Cage.
it's kind of
The
less
same thing for
consistent
me
than
with my
before.
F2.
And
I
Lightning
only
Breath
played Cage
is
because
also a self-cleanse. You're unstoppable.
back in the day,
Use a
Cage was like
short
the
Lightning
only
Breath
viable ult,
when you have an
but they've
impending
buffed
CC
the other
chain
one so
on you,
much. I
and you
think
get
this
block
time
fast, so that's pretty
the
cool. It does damage, it slows, and it's not Apocalypse. which can
containment's
be hard to
definitely
hit.
better this game.
Something to just throw onto a shrine too, if you just want to put some pressure onto it without
Yeah.
actually committing to, charging in or something like that.
That's true. It gives Diablo some extra range outside of
CCL only
Firestorm,
today?
so
No, it'll be tomorrow as
nice.
well. Sidestep King's not playing tomorrow though, I don't think.
But both teams going for the
But there will be one
typical
tomorrow.
take the camps, get ready for the next shrine.
Same
As you
time.
can see, it's going to be 30
Or
seconds
two
before the
matches
bottom
tomorrow same
one
time. It's
is,
gonna be
up and
Saturday,
running.
Sunday, like 1 p.m.
So no
start.
one really able
2
to be
matches
super
every day
successful with,
for the next
invading the other shrines
7
just
weeks
yet.
or
It's
something.
still a close game.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark CCL if you want to see
Invading
the
is
schedule.
always a risk, right? Like you wonder how come the teams are playing so straight up? How come they're taking their own side of the map? It's because as the game goes on, invades get worth more and more. So it's not just that people turn on the aggression. Everyone is playing for the best expected
I'm
value.
fine with that,
If you travel
Bolzenheim.
on to do
I'm
an
fine with
invade
that.
And the enemy gets away, then you've
A young
wasted time and
prodigy.
You've lost soak. Oh, big Wardens!
Oh, Maya with the ultimate.
That cage actually got a ton of value. There was no portal, but they still couldn't kill them.
But it's
Wow.
giving Diva a lot of time. Cure with a lot of time.
Diva on
right now, gets an early
Inferno Shines
skeleton
is so
lead for
strong
Sidestep
right now.
Kings. Noah
I mean,
just trying
Diva
to
in general
push
is just
before he
pretty
goes
strong,
in.
but
Cattle gets grabbed,
on
throw
Inferno
from,
Shines, the
Diablo.
zoning is
There's
so
a lightning
nice.
breath from Diablo, as we talked about earlier, but it's a big stop with the ley line that actually prevented a
And
lot
it's like a
of that.
free 10 shitters every time if you do it right.
Mosh pit on the portal in case
For the
anyone
detonate.
comes through. Cattle was ready to get them, but no one did go
Yeah,
through.
good try.
A little bit of a mismatch between Cattle and Kyocha there, as an Entomb stopped the power slide by Cattle. That was a little bit bad for them. He now goes in again on Diablo and on Diva. Cure, can he get away?
I mean,
Tether
he's
didn't hit
trying.
anything.
Yeah, sure. Cure's mech gets a little
It's
bit
close.
low, but Cattle
Pepe
wanted to
hands.
back up again. Sidestep Kings.
If that
on the
tether
right
hit
side
someone,
a
they would have
little
won the
bit.
fight.
Mortar Punisher taken anyway, and
Just
that one's going to go over to the side of Simplicity.
All right, the one Punisher apiece. This one is a Mortar Punisher with
Not like this, Rolls Royce.
let's take
Not like
a
this.
look at how Simplicity is going to plan this phase. It's going to their comps.
Got into HOTS late. Your content's been awesome, and shout out to the editor for your bronze to GM highlights.
Yeah, that's called Vikings. Thank you, Tweaks. Thanks for the 2 months. And the kind words, I appreciate that.
I'm gonna die.
It's okay. All good.
Wow, these are good resets. There's so many Q resets. Pretty good for 140
Full
ping.
level ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm on Mar.
We're full level ahead.
I'm gonna follow.
No, you're
You're
not.
bot camp.
You're-
We have.
You're half a level ahead. Kira, you You okay, man?
I can start heading.
I can read numbers, man. You're definitely not a full level ahead. Kira, hello?
I wanna go on my up so you can engage. I'm on my up. Stun on my up.
That's all I've got.
Portal shield.
Keep
Keep me
the silence on the board.
I'm backing up. Silence.
I might be in trouble.
Just reset, nice. I have to catch man.
Yeah, it's fine.
You guys
That
can
fight
go
didn't
out.
really matter much. Doesn't really matter who gets that camp.
Yeah, running right.
All right.
We are back.
Are back indeed.
So,
Yep.
what do you think?
Well, I think the calms sound tense, but pretty clean overall. What do you think?
Yeah, it was pretty clean. They called when they were going out of the fort. They nearly got the whole fort. They recognized they are ahead. They don't need to make anything crazy happen. They wanted to try to go on the Impaler, but when they saw it doesn't work, they fell back. And nicely
When you're
protecting
getting
each
bronze
other.
CCL, I
The
don't know.
lead
Ask the
did
CCL
evaporate,
admins, man.
a little bit because no one was so.
Ask the admins, not me.
I suppose that does make a difference.
But
It does. I was gonna say it does feel like the teams are starting to feel a bit more aggressive. The tension is rising, you know.
yeah, it starts to get more worth
Get
it,
wrecked, tough.
but
Get
still,
wrecked.
Gotta be careful. Wit
Rip
only
points.
has 22 souls right now. That means less health, less spell armor via his soul shield. So these are moments that Diablo generally does want to
Just
chill.
keep crying,
I was
BPN.
surprised
Just
already
keep
how
crying,
eager
okay?
they were to
No
fight
bus
again
errors.
with Diablo, but they have a lot of confidence in Hostie's Force of Will protection, even though Vala almost seemed exposed. But a careful playstyle for now by Simplicity here.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of times we've seen Ozu see a little bit of damage put onto Wit, but it does seem like Vala's been chunked out pretty often in this game whenever the fight starts, and you need to have some sort of peel for Noah in the back line.
I know the results?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the
You know,
results.
he's the
But
main
I have not
target,
watched
he's the
like
main
the
damage
first
dealer.
few
This
games.
This is kind of, you know, it's not like Diva and Medivh aren't dealing damage, but this is kind of carry the Vala kind of composition, multi-support. And that's how Vala has to be played. She feels best when she's supported by multiple frontliners and protectors. That's where she really shines. That's where you can have those aggressive vault forwards without the disappointing death.
Kind of a hyper carry type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shrine goes up again, and why don't we take a moment actually to jump over to Sidestep King's comms.
I don't really like the
You're
Maiev
planning
13
on
Q
tackling the
talent.
Shrine.
Maybe I'll ask Ultralisk about that one. That one, you get 5 armor per Q you hit. You need to hit 4 Qs just to get 20 armor. It's just like, the math never works out for it to be better than the other ones, I feel like. I don't want to count how many Qs he hits. Because the other one is you get 20 armor just by pressing E.
I might go here. Yeah, Vala here.
I can't follow.
Oh, he's got 10. Oh, he's got 20. Yeah, maybe it does work out for him. Dude, he hits so many resets. Alright, it was okay there actually.
I don't have tunnel. You cover it on me?
Ultralisk gets reset god, right? The young prodigy.
I got silence on him.
But see here, he only has 5 armor.
They kinda use everything now. Yeah, I'm on
He would have 20, and he just dead. Nah, didn't work. The math just always never works on that. The Maiev is getting countered by Medivh really hard.
Yeah, I'm on her.
I'm surprised.
They kinda use
Alright, how did this fight go? Diablo didn't even get a wall stun there. Diva bomb, hard to deal with. That's a tether.
Yeah, I don't have tunnel.
Still even-ish for now. Kilch is kinda low though. Cattle's really low. There's 2 people low. That's a good cage.
Kinda use everything now. Yeah, I'm on gear. Kill Diva.
But yeah, the 5 armor. Everyone's just too low. Bad Silvault? Where'd the Silvault go? Alright, let me see this one more time.
Silence on him. Now we look. Yeah, I don't have tunnel. You cover it on me? I go here. I got silence on him.
Ended up not being very good, yeah. I see where he was going with it though. That could have been like a 3-man silence, maybe 4. It's a bit unlucky. That was a okay direction to ult, I think. Just kind of ended up being not ideal.
Top is big. Yeah, big top,
Yeah, the ley line there was huge. It just feels hard to win with.
Not that impressed yet either.
Well,
they didn't really call out what they were gonna do before they did the thing. Cattle said, "I have Vala." Several moments after he power slid on Vala.
It does feel a little hard to win here. They have the Medivh against the Maiev, and we have no giant killer. So once the Diablo gets stacked, it's like how are you ever gonna win? You're never gonna win trades. So the only chance you have is like a wombo combo.
Did have the bomb going into that as well.
But it's very hard to wombo combo with this composition too, because they have a Medivh. So if their Medivh player is just not trash, you're never gonna get a good wombo. Like maybe if we had Stukov instead of Lucio, then you could set up a real wombo, but it's like literally if their Medivh's in the air and he has portal, you can't kill anything. It feels really hard to win at this point. You can't even out trade Diablo at this point because your damage dealers have no giant killer.
One catapult per 3 waves.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It was good early game. I think early game our comp was stronger. If we snowballed early game, could have been possible, but once you get to this point, like their comp is so much stronger.
As well with Godfill.
Probably just need to wait for silence in too to get any chance of like winning at this point. Oh, Cattle's down to join after game 1. I mean, I'm down. We can
Unfortunately, Doa is unhearable,
join like,
so we are gonna have me slide
I'm down
in.
and go on
Grubby,
Discord
how you doing?
after this.
Yo, what's up, Bahamut? Yeah, we miss Doa, but at the same time, you are here now, so everything good. Happy to have you.
Deep Diva on Shrine is Monka? Yeah.
We troubleshoot this issue, and we thought we
Duffy
fixed
is.
it. We did a lot of testing. Yeah.
Either way, we are going to be having our next Punisher. It is going to be in the top of the map. It will be Arcane Punisher. Seems
That's
like
true.
the
Lyric
members
has giant
of
killer.
Sidestep
Okay, that's
wanna
fair.
make something happen in mid lane, but they're still needing to push
It's
up
just
bottom.
like, I don't
And
know.
that 20
Against the
talent
Medivh
right
though,
around
it's
the
like
corner, Grubby. Are they
Medivh
going to
Diablo's
be able to
weak
make
early
anything
game,
happen,
but
or will
late game
simplistically
is
get
like
this in final
super
fight that they
strong.
want when Diva's back up?
It's not.
Well, I would say
It's not good enough. I would still favor the
definitely
enemy
want
team.
to
The
have
trades
something
are not
happen,
gonna
but
be.
with Diva missing, that window is gone. So at
I
this
don't know.
moment,
Medivh
you
Diablo
gotta
late
bite
game
your
is just
tongue
so
and
strong.
say,
I don't think you can out trade it
we're
even
not
with the
gonna do
Leo
anything.
giant
Like,
killer.
I don't think 4v5 with a half talent lead is.
I suppose
is
that's
worth
true
it.
though.
Like
We do have the
half a
Leo.
minute
It's
talent
doable.
lead,
It's not
still
like it's
risky.
impossible.
You gotta understand.
It is possible.
I'm sitting here, silence, just rooting for bloodlust, and now that I get to come on the mic, everyone's like, "Let's just get camps, let's just hang out, it's whatever." But no, it's it's exciting because we actually do have that 20 talent tier up on both sides.
Yeah,
for
they
this
don't. I
next
don't think
objective
that's
phase.
Rejuvenous
Really quickly for any talents
Essia.
that people are wondering about,
Yeah.
Medivh, Arcane Rift.
Does
that
no
is
one like
done.
Rejuvenous
Diablo has full
Essia anymore?
souls.
Does
The
it?
ATC
Does it
has
suck?
finished
Everyone
Prog
likes
Rock,
the
and that's
attack
at
range
least
more.
all of those questions. Excuse me. Mithril Mace is at 89 stacks for that Leoric, as our Infernal Punisher will be, Arcane Punisher popping up in the top lane. They're already trying to force this though, Grubby.
Yeah, you know, they still have positional advantage. Leoric wasn't here. They want to maybe get the fountain. You see the micro missiles going for it, but did he bite off more than he can chew? Cure is
Tech
being
down,
pulled in.
portal down
Everything
here.
used
This
to
is
try and
big.
save him, and now there's no
try to kill
protection for a
someone.
next target. The whole team has to be extremely careful, Bahamut, that they don't get caught between Medivh's cooldowns.
Also to note,
Like someone put it
They
right there.
still have positional advantage.
That's the thing against Medivh, right? You gotta watch for when he makes a mistake. And against Medivh is when Protect and Portal are down. This is big.
Everything gets used.
Maybe like an Entomb here could be a good fight, but it's hard. This is not a great place to start a fight.
To try and
ATC
save him,
cooldowns
and now
are already
there's no
down, my app
protection for
cooldowns
a
are down.
next target. The whole
But see,
team
that's
has
your
to be
only
extremely
chance.
careful,
Your only
Bahamut,
chance is
that
when
they don't get caught
Medivh,
between
Portal,
Medivh's
and Shield
cooldowns.
are down.
Also to note,
Now you have no more
Stukov
chance and
did
you're getting
not go
out-traded.
into the massive
That's why it's so
shove
hard
upgrade, so
to
they don't
like
get the
fight into this
cooldown when
comp
they
late
had
game.
that massive shove literally onto Cattle right there. So still 5 seconds, not the longest. That's the only cooldown we're still looking at. Couple Gladiators medallions used here as ETC is going to be trying to dive in. Kyoto trying to look for something in the bottom lane. That's going to be a buried alive onto this Stukov. There's going to be a sound barrier as well. There's going to be a mosh pit. Everything's being used. The leyline seal stalls things out for a second. Lurking Arm underneath all of this as they're going to look for that kill onto Leoric. There's going to be the Warden's Cage from Maiev, and that's not going to stall them out at all, and they're going to find the kill onto Maiev. All that's left is Cattle, Hyde, and, well, I was going to say Sylvanas, but she just got disengaged by the Stukov, and they run away
Teamfight's
with
just not
3
coordinated enough.
still
I don't think
alive. This Arcane
we
Punisher
realized our win
is going
condition
over the
enough.
side.
You
Hyde
can't.
and, well,
There's no way
for that kill onto
solo
Leoric.
Entomb is ever gonna work with the
Warden's Cage
Medivh
from
cooldowns
Maiev,
up,
and
right?
that's
That's
not-
just
well,
not gonna
there's
happen.
looking at. Couple Gladiators medallions used here.
Medivh cooldowns need to be down, or you need to hit
Kyoto's trying
Medivh
look for
with a
something
CC.
in the bottom lane. That's going to be a buried alive onto
No other way.
the Stukov. There's going to be a sound barrier as well. There's going to be a mosh pit. Everything.
Yeah, that's just
Leyline
not
seal
good enough.
stalls things
It's not
out
good
for a
enough in the
second.
big engage.
Lurking
The arrow
underneath
kind of
all of
missed
this as
too.
They're going to look for that kill onto Leoric. There's going to be the Warden's Cage from Maiev, and that's not going to stall them out at all, and they're going to find the kill onto Maiev. All that's left is Cattle, Hyde, and, well, I was going to say Sylvanas, but she just got disengaged by the Stukov, and they run away with 3 still alive, but this Arcane Punisher is looking like it's going over the side of Simplicity.
Yeah, indeed it does, Bahamut. I hear you though. I don't know if the stream hears you. But that was a sick fight, absolutely.
You still need to eat breakfast. Go for it, Fenris. We'll be here all day, man.
You know, the Stukov,
Were these guys originally Genji? Killjoy was Genji. No one else, though.
Congrats to SSK, and especially to Cattle and Hyde. They are so godly amazing.
I'm sure they'll appreciate that, Regional. Thanks for the kind words. So I think the call here needs to be bait portal protect. Like that's the only way you can win. It needs to be like bait portal protect with something like a Maiev tether or a ETC stun or an Entomb.
The Maiev is up in 3 seconds.
And then you look
and
for
that's
the
big
opportunity
thing I've
after
been
those
watching
two are
this entire
down.
time
It needs to
is
be
the
like a
wave in
two-part
top lane
engage
and
at this
Maev's
point
respawn
because
time. So
the
that's gonna be
enemy
kinda
comp is
crashing
just
right
gonna
around the
out-trade
same
yours
time.
every time.
This is going to give Sidestep Kings
Late
the
game.
opportunity to defend. That's going to be the Punisher jumping over.
Right, you can't
or
use
beat that with
everything
the
on one
Wraith
guy.
Walk,
You
not
use
allowing
everything
him
on
to
one guy, and
CC.
Medivh's just gonna
Follows
save him.
dealing
It's
damage.
not-
There's
That's never
the
gonna
mech
work.
explosion from the D.Va
It needs to
around
be like a
Stukov. They're
1-2
trying to push
punch.
that away, but it doesn't really work out, and they still have this Punisher
that's very hard to
assailing
coordinate,
deep. Medivh
especially
will be
across
cheating
3
onto
languages.
3, but it doesn't look like they have much follow-up. Gladiator's medallion from Hyde just in time to be able to save themselves, as they will be able to pull this towards the mid lane keep. But Grubby, seems like the Punisher wants core. Can they go for it?
Punisher always goes core, but shoots Simplicity. It looks like they're a little bit in doubt. They want to see if they can get a kill. They're gonna try to go for ETC.
Oh, that was a good unkill. Oh,
He saves
that
himself,
might
and
be
now
the
he can
first
heal up
time I've
after
ever
the heart.
seen that talent actually get value.
Summer
Not bad.
Anthem from Lucio. For anyone
I've
that doesn't
never
know,
s-
75
I've seen a lot of people take it. I've never seen it actually get value before
for
this.
sound barrier, such a just a priority, but Hyde with the 200 IQ save
Nice,
on
that
the
was
cattle right
a
there.
good
That
summer
is-
anthem.
That is just a clean play from Hyde.
On freaking 200 ping summer
Pretty-
anthem, that's
pretty
impressive.
sick. So this is what the pro players call looking. If you ever hear that on comms, I must admit that's a new term for me. Probably not for you, Bahamut, but when a team says we're
Did he pick it
looking,
an instant cast?
Hyde with
Did
the
he?
Theo.
No
For anyone
way.
that-
I think they were already 20, right?
And the Cattle gets away. He saves himself.
Yeah, they're 21. It wasn't like instant picked.
Pretty sick. So this is what the pro players call looking. If you ever hear that on comms, I must admit that's a new term for me. Probably
Looking.
not for you, Bahamut. But when a team says we're looking, they're looking to see if there's an opportunity to get something. It's where you, not quite passively, but you wait for an opportunity. And they thought they had it on Kato, but he was saved by a very timely action by Hyde. That means the core shall not fall. In fact, not even the paint is scratched. But the keeper's down. That means catapult pressure top, and there's no counter catapult pressure.
I'm looking. Sounds like Valver.
I mean,
it's a good thing, though.
They're in a bad spot.
Holy balls, that damage.
Cage, and they find the ETC on the right-hand side. A leyline seal stalls things out to allow a few members to get
forward to start or shall not.
What was that damage?
Not even the paint is scratched. But the keeper's down. That means
It's just Stukov combo. Collision is
pressure.
insane right now.
Sidestep Kings needs that top forward to start a bit of that. They're in a bad spot.
That's going to be the Warden's Cage, and they find
top at it on
Yeah, watch this one. This is winnable, I feel like. I feel like this is winnable.
He's top forward.
I feel like we should get Phil to play more Sylvanas. This is a winnable fight, man. Oh no, never mind. Wow, his arrow's 5-second cooldown. Never mind. Yeah, this is like the best arrow ever. Oh, if arrow is up here, dude, the portal protect is down again, so you have another opportunity to, like, that's the only time you're ever gonna kill someone against Medivh, right? It's like you need to be super ready for when portal protector down. Just everyone needs to go YOLO. So like Ultralist is doing the right thing here. He knows this is like such a good area to screw them in.
You're in a bad spot.
Yeah, that's just a silencer.
That's going to be the Warden's Cage, and they find the ETC.
Oh, he got leyline. That is so unlucky. He got leyline. I was like, why are these arrows so bad? I was like, wait, this is a third arrow that like just didn't connect. That's just really unlucky. This is like a one fight if this leyline didn't hit literally right here. This arrow goes off, they win this fight for sure, I think. That's unlucky, dude.
See on the right-hand side, a leyline seal stalls things out to allow a few members to get away. Noah with like literally a sliver of health as the lightning breath comes out, and Cure has the sustained damage to find the second kill. And this is now
that's very unlucky. If you didn't get leyline right there,
so is Hyde.
or if arrow was 5 seconds earlier, cooldown off,
I
think they win this fight.
In time to stall out the sound barrier. So well played from Wit.
Yeah, super well played. We also have the really cool collusion, massive shove on Leoric into the gate. Now with the portal breaking all
that was
barriers,
close, though.
crossing
Very
walls,
close.
and taking names simply.
Why did sound barrier not go off?
Oh no!
Is Uncle down? Ah, it was Uncle down that fight.
Gladiators.
GG.
Nice first game in this best of 5. Our first